decided to break into the late-night talk show scene in 2003. From his love life to his public feuds to his surprisingly powerful voice in the world of politics, here's what we dug up about Kimmel as he rose to the top. On the radio. Growing up, Jimmy Kimmel's family wanted him to pursue a career in art, but his teachers encouraged his natural knack for comedy. Following in the footsteps of his idol, David Letterman, Kimmel chose to start by working in radio.
I read in a Playboy magazine article that you started out in radio, so I decided that was the best course.
While bouncing around the country with a then-unknown Carson Daly as his sidekick, Kimmel eventually landed at K-Rock in Los Angeles, where he met his future co-host of The Man Show, Adam Carolla. Big break. In 1997, Kimmel caught a break as the co-host of the Comedy Central game show Win Ben Stein's Money. According to Stein, Kimmel was the show's first audition. He said, "We knew we didn't have to see anyone else after that." Despite the show's popularity, Kimmel was still auditioning for other television shows, and it wasn't going well. In an interview with the New York Times, Kimmel recalled one producer telling him that he wouldn't appeal to women, which inspired the concept for The Man Show, which was pitched as, quote, an anti-Oprah show with a heavy emphasis on midgets, explosions, and beer. After the big three networks passed, Comedy Central snatched it up, and Kimmel suddenly looked like the channel's golden boy. A rough start. When Jimmy Kimmel Live premiered, it was generally considered to be dead on arrival, according to critics. Kimmel veered a little too close to his Man Show antics, and The Late Show became a jumbled mess of drunken guests, rowdy audience members, and boring interviews. Kimmel told The Hollywood Reporter, "There were probably 6 or 7 times where the show was going to get canceled, and I would have welcomed it at that time because I really just was out. I was spent." Eventually, Kimmel switched gears, realizing he needed to cater to a wider audience. With time to grow, Jimmy Kimmel Live became a dependable hit for ABC, and the ratings kept rising. A Gawker takedown. In 2007, Kimmel filled in for talk show host Larry King and made headlines after calling out Gawker editor Emily Gould over the site's popular Gawker stalker map. Kimmel had been spotted by the site and accused of being publicly intoxicated when he was actually coming home from a child's birthday party.
Just because people have money means it's okay to say false things about them, to tear them down?
It's not okay to say false things about anyone.
Well, you should check your website then.
The incident became such an infamous critique of citizen journalism that Aaron Sorkin recreated the exchange on The Newsroom. Love at the office. In 2009, Kimmel and comedian Sarah Silverman ended their relationship, but they've remained on good terms and she often appears on his show. A few months after the breakup, Kimmel began dating his co-head writer, Molly McNearney. Kimmel married McNearney in 2013, and a year later, the couple welcomed a daughter, Jane, who brought out the edgy comedian's softer side. But Kimmel's life changed dramatically when his son arrived in 2017 with a harrowing condition. Baby Billy's battle. When Kimmel's son Billy was born in late April 2017, doctors discovered he had a congenital heart disease that required immediate surgery. The ordeal had a significant impact on Kimmel, who returned to his show early to deliver an emotional monologue on affordable healthcare.
If your baby is going to die, and it doesn't have to, it shouldn't matter how much money you make.
On the show, Senator Bill Cassidy coined the phrase the Jimmy Kimmel test and promised that, quote, no family should be denied medical care, emergency or otherwise, because they can't afford it. But months later, Cassidy proposed a bill that failed the Jimmy Kimmel test on every level, and the late-night host wasn't having it.
He made a total about-face, which means he either doesn't understand his own bill or he lied to me. It's as simple as that.
The bill died before it came up for a vote, which made little Billy Kimmel pretty happy. Water under the bridge. For years, Kimmel had been relentless about his dislike for Jay Leno. He filmed an entire episode of his show doing a scathing impression of Leno, and even went on Leno's 10 p.m. show and mocked him via satellite.
Ever order anything off the TV?
Like NBC ordered your show off the TV?
Yeah.
All that changed when Leno saw Kimmel's emotional monologue about his son and reached out to him. According to his interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Kimmel was clearly touched and had nothing but nice words to say about his former rival. Gun control. The late-night host once again found himself wading into political waters after the deadly mass shooting in his hometown of Las Vegas on October 1st, 2017. In another emotional monologue, Kimmel said he refused to believe that nothing can be done to prevent future tragedies and didn't hold back on criticizing politicians, saying,
the NRA has their balls in a money clip.
He also slammed White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders for saying that the immediate aftermath of the shooting was not the time for debate.
I don't know. We have 59 innocent people dead. It wasn't their time either. So I think now is the time for political debate.
Kimmel's fiery comments quickly made headlines, and they proved that the late-night host had become a force to be reckoned with in politics. Twitter game. Kimmel seems to be firing back at haters regularly these days. When street artist Sabo recently posted fake ads around Hollywood making fun of Kimmel's emotional monologue, Kimmel let him know how he felt about it in a photo posted to Twitter by actress Kristen Bell. He also tweeted, "Dear Crazies, it is fascinating that 500 innocent people get shot and your anger is directed at me. Think about that." He included a link to an ActBlue donation page supporting gun safety. The same week, Donald Trump Jr. tweeted at Kimmel, insinuating that Democrats won't speak out against Democrat donor Harvey Weinstein, the Hollywood producer accused of years of sexual assault and harassment. Kimmel responded that he thinks it's disgusting. Trump Jr. came back with another jab, and that's when Kimmel shut down the conversation.
And I responded, great. In the meantime, enjoy this. And I posted a link to the video of Daddy on the Access Hollywood bus. So, well.
Thanks for watching.